The Brave Journey of John C. Fremont. It was the year 1843, and a young explorer named John C. Fremont was about to set out on one of the most important adventures of his life. Fremont had been chosen by the U.S. government to map the West, a place that many people had never seen before. The land was wild, full of dangerous animals, fierce weather, and unknown mountains. But John C. Fremont was brave, and he was determined to chart this new land for future settlers. The expedition begins. John C. Fremont gathered a team of explorers, soldiers, and guides, including a man named Kit Carson, a famous scout who knew the western lands well. The group set out from Missouri, ready for the long journey ahead. They had everything they needed: maps, supplies, weapons for protection, and tools to record everything they saw. At first, the journey was exciting. The team rode their horses through rolling plains, crossed wide rivers, and saw animals they had never seen before. Fremont made detailed notes about everything he saw, hoping to help future settlers find their way through this wild land. But soon, the journey became much harder. The mountains and the snowstorm. As they moved farther west, they reached the Rocky Mountains. The mountains were huge, taller than anything they had ever seen. Fremont knew that the mountains would be the toughest part of the journey, and he was right. One cold morning, the team began to climb higher into the mountains. Snow started to fall, and the temperature dropped quickly. The horses struggled to move through the deep snow, and the explorers were cold and tired. They couldn't see where they were going, and the storm made everything more difficult. John C. Fremont could see that the team was worried. Their clothes were soaked from the snow, and their shoes were heavy with ice. Some of the team members were starting to feel afraid. But Fremont knew he had to stay strong for everyone. He stood tall, his face covered in snow, and said, "We will not give up. We are on the edge of something important. We have to keep going." Fremont's words gave the team hope. They trusted him, and with his leadership, they pressed on through the snowstorm. The discovery. After days of struggling through the snow and cold, the storm finally cleared. The team stopped to rest near a large river. Fremont took out his map and looked carefully at the land around him. Something caught his eye, a path through the mountains that might make it easier for others to travel. "This could be the route," Fremont said with excitement. "This could be the way." He made notes on his map and told his team that they had found something very important, a new way through the mountains. This discovery was a huge breakthrough. The South Pass, as it would later be called, was a safe and easier path for people to travel through the Rocky Mountains. A legacy of courage. After several months of traveling, Fremont and his team made it back home to Missouri. Fremont shared his maps and notes with the U.S. government, and soon, settlers began to follow the paths that Fremont had charted. Thanks to his courage and hard work, many people were able to make the long journey west to find new land. John C. Fremont's expedition was not easy. He faced dangers, tough weather, and the fear of the unknown. But through it all, his bravery helped future explorers and settlers. His detailed maps would guide hundreds of people to new homes and new opportunities in the wild lands of the West.
Whoa! Whoa!
Thank you for tuning in to Living History for Kids. We hope you enjoyed today's journey through Utah's past and learned something new and exciting. History is full of amazing stories, and we're so glad you joined us to explore them together. Don't forget to subscribe, so you never miss an adventure in time. Until next time, keep exploring, keep asking questions, and always remember that history is alive and waiting for you to discover it. See you on our next episode.